camera's not even on. You can't even see me. Can you see me now?
No.
Hold on. Can you see me now?
No, just the screen.
No, you can see me. If you're looking inside, if you're looking where it says, because I can see you, you can see me. My camera is on.
I see screen starting soon.
Oh, okay. So if that's all you can see, then that's fine. So I'm going to bring, when I bring you in, sound enthusiastic, be OMG. You mean to tell me that I've been muted saying all of these things? I just realized that I was muted. And I can tell you this, the best things are said quiet, right? On mute. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Dr. Tina D. Lewis, and I am ecstatic that you're here with me right now for such a time as this. I am rested, rejuvenated, and revived. I just came from, literally just came from Dubai. I was there for 30 long days and a week in India. And I can tell you that it was explosive. It was totally divine. I was not driven, but led to stay there longer than my anticipated stay, which was supposed to be for 3 to 4 days. What happened while I was there, I am going to keep under wrap just for now. But I can just say this: you want to register for GlobalCon. GlobalCon Dubai is going to be fire. Not fire. Fire. It's going to be fire with the Y, FIYA. And so, those of you who are watching for the first time, I am Dr. Tina D. Lewis. I am the founder of Global Women Speakers. It is a women's organization that simply positions women on stages around the globe to share their messages, sell their products and their services, and network with women around the globe. And most importantly for me, is for them to literally explore the world. We are not a tree, and the world is ours. It's our oyster. I truly believe that. And I can tell you that when you travel, it opens up your mind, and it exposes you to parts of the world and people and cultures and religions and networks and collaborations that you could only dream of. It's totally an education within itself. We'll talk about Dubai later, but right now I have a young lady that's sitting back in the green room. She is a member of Global Women Speakers. She is a premier member. She is incredible, a phenomenal human being. She works for the NFL Trust. She is not just a counselor or therapist. She is a licensed professional. She's been doing this work for quite some time. She is a sex expert and a relationship professional. And I am going to get out of the way and bring her to the forefront because she is my sister from another mister. Diane Eunice, are you in the building?
I am in the house.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Hey, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? You got me fired up about Dubai. Like
about
I'm sitting here
GlobalCon,
like,
right?
oh, global. Yes, global.
Yes.
I'm so excited. So,
Awesome.
And thank you for having me.
No, thank you for actually being here. It's an absolute honor. So, Diane, you are launching something big. I think it's already in the works, and I wanted to do a last call for people to be able to position themselves, their businesses, their brands inside of your publication. So, tell me more about your publication. Diane, over to you.
Yes. So, have a new magazine. It's a relationship magazine called Beyond the Vows.
Wow.
And yes, I'm so excited about it, Dr. Tina, because it is going to be one of a kind, and it's going to be focused solely on relationships. Like it truly is going to be something there for everyone, whether you're single, married, divorced, situationship, whatever your status is, Beyond the Vows is for you.
I am so glad that you're here because some of those terminologies, like, I don't understand. So I would like for you to explain some of those. First of all, Beyond the Vow. I think that's Beyond the Vows. I think that's an excellent title because most people think about, getting married, the wedding and all of those things, but not what happens after that, right? Not what happens after that. And so Beyond the Vows is such a great, wow, that's just great because you're thinking beyond like what happens after we get married. It's kind of like setting a goal. Once we set a goal, and that's why I always tell my team, my customers, etc., my clients, my members, let's not set goals. Let's just be committed. Let's just do it. Setting a goal, like I don't think goals are achievable. It's always going to be a goal. And so the goal for some people is to get married, to have that significant other, to have that spouse. But what happened after that, beyond the vows? So just Diane, from your expertise, what happens after the vows, after the wedding?
So after the wedding is when reality sets in, right?
Wow.
So you've gone on the honeymoon, you've had the big wedding, you've had everything. And now it's time to settle in and really just get comfortable with each other because you've spent months and months and maybe years planning for the big day, but we don't plan for after the big day.
Mm.
You know, some of us have a fairy tale mentality of what relationships and marriage is going to be. So beyond the vows is something that's going to be where people can reflect on real life situations in their marriage, in their relationship. We're going to talk about it all. You know, it's going to encompass communication. Of course, sex is definitely a big part of relationship because sometimes after people get married, that changes. That changes too. So we're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about communication in this magazine. We're going to talk about conflict, you know, because sometimes when we're dating, we're in that stage of everything is cute. Oh, he's so cute or she's so cute doing this, and everything that person does is so cute. And then when you get married, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Like, I didn't know that you left the toilet up, or I didn't know that you left your socks everywhere. So it's really going to be preparing people for not just after the vows, but before, because even when you're dating, there's going to be something in beyond the vows for people who are dating, because that's going to be important to start preparing, right, for after the vows. Single
Wow.
people, they're going to have something in this magazine because they need to be working on themselves, right? People, I always tell people to heal before dating, right? So we should be healing before dating. So use your singleness as a time to
Healing? What do you
prepare.
mean healing? We're perfect.
Oh my goodness, we are
Healing.
not
There's no
perfect, but
scarring. There's no trauma.
ah,
We're perfect.
Dr. Tina, we carry so much baggage in our relationships that, you know, some of it is conscious and some of it is unconscious, right? And so a lot of these things that we're experiencing, we may not feel comfortable telling our partner, but
Right.
after the vows are said, some of the stuff starts coming up, right? So this magazine is going to really be like therapy in a magazine too. So they're going to be getting
I
a
love
lot
that.
out of this because it's going to be things in there to help people have healthy relationships, whether they're married, single, because even the most important relationship you have is with yourself, right? So I'm going to be talking a lot to singles in the magazine as well. So you're going to get a lot in the magazine in terms of how to help. And if you have not healed before your relationship, how do you heal while you're in the relationship? We're going to talk about that too.
Oh
Oh,
wow, that's huge.
it's so much. It's so much.
That is absolutely huge. Not only is it huge, I think it's a missing puzzle to successful relationships. It's the missing puzzle to not just successful relationships, but I would say longevity as well. This
Yes.
is going to be incredible. And so you talked about three things. You talked about, hey, you know, afterwards, the things that was so cute is now annoying, right? It's like, it's no longer cute. Okay, you snoring every now and then, that was cute just a little bit. But now it is absolutely annoying. Like,
Yes.
it is annoying. So
Yes.
since it's so annoying, right? How do you identify those things that are cute but simply annoying? Like, how do you address those types of things? How do you know that that cute thing is going to transition and become annoying? Like, how do you know
A lot of times you don't know it
that?
because you're not, especially if you're not living with that person. If
Okay.
you're just spending the night every now and then, of course it's going to be like, oh, okay, well, they snore, but I think I can, I think I can live with that. We'll start convincing ourselves, oh, I mean, it's not that bad. I can live with that. Right. Oh, I can live with that. I think it's going to be okay. So those kind of things are also going to be talked about. How do we get from it's cute until you're just really irritating me? How do I how do I identify those things? But it's going to take communication, right? So, like I said, baggage does not have to be trauma or anything like that.
Right.
Baggage can be something as simple as snoring or, leaving, not being clean, or just a lot of those things are also baggage too. So you just have to just work through those together. But communication is going to be the key.
I love that because, speaking of like annoying things or pet peeves, I remember my friend Toy and we have a friend. Her name was Charlene, and she liked this guy. We were like, oh, yeah, he's the one. And then we asked, like, where is he? She was like, oh my gosh, girl. She said, I just had to get rid of him because I just couldn't take it. I'm like, what did he do? She said, well, he was walking around in the living room brushing his teeth. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, she was like, I just couldn't take it. That doesn't even make sense. And so I get it. We have those little nuances that we just do not like. And,
Yes.
and it's okay. Everyone has their pet peeve, if you will, or what is going to be annoying. So you
Right.
talked about living together. So do you believe that you should live together before you're married, or should you wait until you tie the knot?
I get asked that quite a bit, and that's just going to be up to the couple, because if some people think, oh, if you live together, you're never going to get married. Like I hear there's a lot of myths about living together first. So you're getting the cow and milk, whatever that saying is about the
Hey,
cow and the
it says
milk.
if you get the milk for free, you're not going to want to buy the cow.
There it is, right? So I hear that all the time, but it's really up to the couple and their level of commitment with each other, and if
Okay.
they have set the goal. Like when you're dating, you should start setting those goals of what you want this relationship to really look like, not
Yes.
just now, but in the future. So if you think living together and sharing expenses and those type of things are good for you now and it's working, we don't have to make the assumption that it's not going to ever happen, because people do get married
Yes.
after living together for several years, actually.
Wow. I agree. I think it's all about making the commitment, right? And the commitment is following through. Following through.
Yes.
Yes. So I love that. Okay. So that was one thing. And then you talked about singles inside of the magazine. I think that is awesome, because just because you're not married now does not mean that you should not be in the preparation stage to be jointed, right?
Yes.
So tell me, like, what's going to be in the magazine for singles?
So singles is going to be actually going to be doing some interviews with singles about their experience being single.
Okay.
What are some of their goals and what are they looking for in being singles? But I'm also going to do like tips for people who are dating online. Um, you know, some of the profiles that I've seen, I'm just going to go very in, to help the singles with profiles and what are some do's and don'ts of these pictures that you have of your whole family and your dog all on top of your head. That's not cute. Like that is,
Hey, that's cute, a doggy.
people don't want to see that on your profile. Like they don't want to see pictures of just your dog when they click on your photo, right?
Right.
So I'm just going to do a lot of dating tips for singles, talk about some things they can be doing in their singleness, because people sometimes think, if they're alone, they equate that to being lonely. So we want to smash and dash that particular myth, because being alone does not mean you're lonely. And so I'm going to talk. I'm not going to give it all away, but there's going to be a lot of things for singles, so that if they do have that aspiration of getting married, or that next step of commitment, or just finding a purpose partner, then they should, we'll talk about how to get ready for that. Use your your season of singleness to ready yourself for whatever that next step is going to be for you.
Wow. You know what? I love that. Ready yourself. Like ready yourself, just prepare for what's next for you. For example, most women say, you know what, I'm just going to work on me. I'm going to become who I want to attract. I am going to read. I'm going to work out. I'm going to save money. I'm going to do all of those things. And I highly recommend that as well. I have a precious daughter, and my advice to her has always been to live your life to the fullest while you're single. Travel the world. You're not a tree. I like to do things. Her dad and I like to do things for her where she can have or experience the better things in life, that when she gets her soulmate, that she already knows what it's like to have the finer things in life, and she doesn't have to depend on them to get it for her, right? And so it's really important to me that my daughter does that. Like, I love when she says, "Hey mom, I'm out and about. Hey, I'm at this new restaurant in Beverly Hills. Hey mom, I'm going to take a solo trip. I am traveling to." I'm like, "Yes, absolutely."
I
Angela
love that.
says, "I believe if it's the right time, then don't miss it because it could pass from you." Wow, awesome. Thank you, Angela, for sharing. We also have Ross says, "Share this live." Yes, share this live. Jennifer Chavez says, "This is awesome. You are so right, Diane." Yes, absolutely. So you talked about that with the singles, okay? And you're going to talk about dating online and all of those things that are important. So I cannot wait to hear those things. Really, like, what's important? You're dating online. Like, what is someone's belief about dating online? What is someone's belief about not just dating online? What about blind dates? What do you feel about that? If you're watching this live, what do you feel about blind dates? Yes or no? Yes or no to blind dates? What do you feel about blind dates? Go ahead and put that in the chat. We're waiting for Dr. Diane to come on back. In the meantime, what do you feel about blind dates? Let's see what people are saying. Watching from the Philippines. Thanks, girlie. Watching from the Philippines. Good to have you. Good to have you. Let's see. April says no, no, no. No blind dates, no blind dates. Hey, I know people who have gotten married from a blind date. They actually met, got married, and now they are happily married. Let's see. April said no blind dates. Okay. Yes, you can share it. Go ahead, Jerry. Thank you for being here. Okay, so three things. Number one is beyond the vows. If you would like to place an ad, you say your target audience are singles, married couples, those that are dating you, or you have a therapy, you have not a therapy, you have an office where you counsel premarital counseling, or you counsel single women, or you have Christian counseling, or you have something that couples use, games or family oriented trips, travel, etc., and you would like to place an ad in the magazine, then I highly recommend that you go ahead and reach out to Diane as soon as possible. She is launching this incredible publication. It's going to be life changing. Why do I say life changing? Well, I believe that men and women, no matter how old they are, how long they've been married, or any of those things, I believe that we all have room for improvement, right? If you think you don't need improvement, then you are not living. We need improvement every single day. I know for a fact I've made some incredible decisions that have proven to make a lifelong impact, not just on my life, but the lives of other people. But I've also made some bad decisions. I've literally made bad decisions, and I needed wise counsel, but I didn't seek it. So here's the deal. If you would like to place an ad in Diane's magazine, then go ahead and do that. Go ahead and reach out to hashtag magazine in the chat. No, hashtag ad in the chat if you want to place an ad. If you and your spouse would like to be featured in the magazine, hashtag feature, right? And if you simply would like to say, "Hey, Diane, I don't agree with what you said, and I think we need to have a talk," then you can go ahead and reach out to Diane as well. I can tell you she is open for communication. She's open for dialogue. This magazine truly is going to be what we all need. I believe there are going to be stories of transformation, of perseverance. There's going to be, whoo, it's going to be tear jerking stories. I mean, you're going to need your tissue. You're going to need your tissue, right? You don't know what you may hear. And so that's number one, right? If you want to be featured, you're going to hashtag feature. Number two, if you want to place an ad, hashtag ad in the chat. So it's going to be awesome. And we have Dr. Diane back. I'm going to bring her in. And so before I do, make sure that if you are a single woman looking for the love of your life, or just where to find them at, I call her Dr. Diane, right? She is nominated for her honorary doctorate. But I want to tell you, ladies, that if you want to know those things, then I want you to reach out to Diane ASAP. I mean, who else knows, right? Right? Reach out to Diane. Number two is that if you're a couple and you want to be featured, or you have a product or a service geared towards singles or married couples or just people over 30, then go ahead and place an ad. So that's important. And when she comes back, I already asked her about living together prior to marriage. I'm going to have to ask her about sex. Let's see what she has to say. I'm going to bring Diane to the forefront. Diane, are you ready to come to the forefront? There she is.
I am back.
Hey. All
Hey,
right.
technology is so funny to me. All
Yeah, it
right.
works when it works when it works. I
It
love it,
works
love
when
it,
it
love it.
works. So we're
Yes.
good. Where
Yes,
were we?
we are. So actually, we were talking about living together and blind dates. So the consensus from the people that are listening to us says no blind dates. They said no blind dates. Let's go ahead and see what they're saying about dates, Diane. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right. They're tagging other people. I want 100 eyes. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see. Always here to support in every step of the way, my dear friend. Awesome. Mercury still in retrograde. Technology is messed up. And that came from Jen Chavez. She's an expert astrologist, and she follows the sun, the moon. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, awesome. So once again, no blind dates. So if you say yes to blind dates, then go ahead and put that in the chat. So we want to know why you say yes to blind dates. So Diane, you're the expert. So what's your take on blind dates?
I mean, so blind dates they can be very scary, right? But some of the best relationships, and even ones that I've even worked with, they were blind dates. And
Mm,
blind dates are really, to me, especially if they're from friends or somebody who, hey, I have somebody that I think you might be interested in, and they can kind of talk to you a little bit about that person. And you feel it's safe because you know that person who's, recommending that you go out with this person.
right,
I don't have a problem with blind dates. I kind of think that it could be maybe a little safer because you know the
right,
person who is, recommending that you go out with this person. And you have to remember you don't have to, but if you trust your friend or this person, they know what you like already. So they're not typically going to set you up on a blind date with somebody who you wouldn't have anything in common with. So it could be a little fun, you
I
know?
love that. I love that perspective. I never thought of it that way. But you're absolutely correct. As someone that knows you, know your characteristics, your attributes,
Mhm.
and know not just what you want, but as a friend, what they will want for you.
Yes.
So that's huge. That is
Yeah.
huge. Okay, so what about online dating? Like Match.com
Hmm.
and all of what do you think about online dating?
I think, I'm a fan of online dating, and I'll
Okay.
tell you why. Because people usually say, well, you're meeting somebody you don't know, and it's kind of scary. But it's the same like when you're at, you know, out in the community, if you're at the movies, if you're at a club, if you're at the grocery store or what, you don't know those people.
Right, right.
So they can still present the representative. Most
Oh,
people
we're gonna
think
talk
that
about that
people,
later. Yeah, the representative.
yeah, they think that people online, it's like the representative, right? But you meet the representative everywhere you go.
Right,
So there's no 100% guarantee that who you meet on the street, as opposed to who you meet online, if there's going to be a large margin of, if there's still going to be some room for error, is what I'm saying,
right.
whether
Agreed.
you're online or whether you're not. I think the thing about online, you just have to be very safe. Just like you would if you meet anyone. If you meet someone at the grocery store and you exchange numbers, you're going to still want to meet somewhere that's safe, meet somewhere that's like a lot
Right.
of people. You're
In
not going to
public.
take them back to your home. You're
Right.
not going to, you know what I mean? So to me, it just, online dating just made it a little easier because, I mean, you can kind of swipe left or right for the person, but I just think you don't truly 100%, you can't have any guarantees when it comes to how you meet someone.
You know what? Just talking to you now, and you just off the top of your head throwing out all of these reasons and all of these tips. I cannot wait to read it in black and white in the magazine. Ladies, I don't know about you. Hashtag buy if you are interested in just purchasing this magazine just to see what's in it, right? We all are curious, like, what are you going to have for singles? What are you going to have for the married couples? And then she said the 3-letter word that nobody wants to talk about. She said, oh, yeah, we're going to talk about I'm going to spell it backwards. XES. She
That's
said, we're
right.
going to talk about XES. I love it. Okay. And so, because she said it changes, when you get married, which I cannot wait to read for that. And I know you have some other experts that's going to contribute to the magazine. I cannot wait to read their perspective as well. Diane, it's going to be awesome. Let's see. Alicia Lingdigger says, love this. Yes, she's like, love this. Look at all these hearts. They're like, yes, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. And I do want to
So-
say one thing, Dr. Tina, I want to mention is that when we are dating, I think people forget that dating it's a process. There are levels to dating. Sometimes I have a friend, and if somebody shows interest in her and they start dating, then in 2 weeks she's already looking at bridal magazine. No. Dating is simply data collection. Dating is data collection.
Wow. Dating is data collection.
Yes.
So the D is for data. Data.
Yes.
You're collecting data. You're just gathering information so you can make an informed decision.
Absolutely. And that happens the first few weeks, right?
Yes.
So people want to skip the basics, the foundation of dating, and get right into, well, what are we? What are we doing? Where are we going? What is this? We ask so many questions, and you only been out for a month.
Lauren said, very interesting topic.
Yeah. So
thanks, Lawrence, for being here.
You just have to take your time. And one other thing I ask people,
thanks, Stanley.
Sometimes what we do, Dr. Tina, we have all these boxes we want people to check off. Right. We have all these requirements for people. And I always ask people, especially if you're dating, please meet the requirements of your requirements.
Woo! You hear that, ladies? I want you to hashtag meet the requirements of your requirements. What you require, do you bring that to the table? Are you that? Right? Are you that? So that's another topic. So are you saying that if you're requiring, and we're going to talk about finances, right? So if you're requiring someone to earn multiple 6 figures or 7 figures, and you don't earn that yourself, are you saying that should not be one of your requirements?
No,
okay.
It's not.
Clear. I'm listening.
It's not always monetary, right? I think that's where people get confused. If your partner, if somebody you're dating makes, that $250,000 and you make $50,000, of course, there's not going to be a 50-50 component there because, they've exceeded, right? So they're going to financially invest more monetarily than you can.
Ooh,
but that doesn't mean
we're going to we're going to have to bring you back again. We're going to have to have one personal insight of Global Women Speakers, because when you said 50-50, I got broke out in highs, but I get it. So, all right. So let's see what the audience is saying. What are they saying?
What are they saying?
Meet the requirements. I'm really listening to this part. Miss Cinnamon Russell says, I'm really listening to this part. Meet the requirements of your requirement. Thank you, April. Meet the requirements. Miss Cinnamon, yes. These ladies are, Maria, meet the requirements. These ladies are showing up. Taylor Wood said, love this. Wow, meet the requirements. Yes. Rashida says, absolutely. So we're going to have this as a private thing, like literally. And I know you're going to you're launching your podcast in November for Black Friday. Is going to be awesome. So, I know people are going to be listening. I know they're going to be listening because this is going to be juicy. I love this. This is,
and I don't hold back either.
Oh, she doesn't.
I
She's just doing it right now. She's just doing it right now because on Sunday Speaker Series. But I'm telling you, She will let you have it. She will tell it like it is.
I've been doing this for almost 14 years, working with couples. I've seen over 400 couples.
Wow.
And so I take it very seriously.
Wow.
And they call me the disruptive therapist because I do disrupt those thoughts and ideals that we got from mama and them, right? And if it
I
didn't
love
work
the
for
and them part. I love
and
the
them,
and
it's
them part.
them, mama and them. I'm from the South. And if it didn't work for mama and them, then why are we bringing it into our relationship now,
Absolutely. Wow.
right?
Yes. I love it. I love it. So, as you can see, she is on fire. She is an expert. She knows her stuff and she's ready to share it publicly with us. And Diane, I just want to say thank you for being a valued member, a premier member of Global Women Speakers.
And I love it. I love every bit of it. Thank you.
Every bit of
Being a global women speaker, global woman speaker. It's very powerful. It's dynamic. It's really honestly changed so much of my life. And it's a blessing to be, a part of an organization that shows up for women, that people don't see the other side of you tirelessly, and I mean tirelessly, investing in us. And that's what you do every single day. That's what you were doing in Dubai. That's what you're doing. Don't get me started.
well,
So
thank you so
you
much.
invest in
Appreciate it.
us, and so we just hope that the return is great.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you,
So
thank you.
thank you.
Okay, you guys, she almost made me get teary-eyed, but thank you. I appreciate it because I can tell you it wasn't always like that. I made a lot of mistakes, in growing my business. I, ladies, I just want you to be prepared. When you ask God to expand your territory, when you ask for more, when you ask for those doors to open, it will be a flood. It will be a flood. Just be prepared to receive it because I can tell you, I was not prepared for the overflow. I was not prepared. I was a one woman army trying to do it all until I had to hire people, and hiring them, I had to train them. And it was so many other things. I personally take full responsibility that I made a lot of mistakes. And so I can tell you now, it's game not on, it's game over. Because I didn't come to, we're Global Women Speakers is going to dominate. I'm just saying. That's what we're here for. We're here to position women on stages around the globe to literally help them build an additional stream of income to sell their products and their services, whatever that may be, to network with women around the globe internationally and girl travel. We're not trees. You are not a tree. Hashtag I am not a tree in the chat. Hashtag. Now we were made for more. We're not born in our city to just live there our entire lives without seeing any other part of the world. That is not what we're for. We're made for more. Hashtag I am not a tree. Matter of fact, forget I'm not a tree. I want you to put down a city, a state, a country, a continent that you would like to travel to. Put down a city, a state, a country, a continent that you would like to travel to. Would you like to go to Dubai with us in November? What about South Africa, Asia, Singapore, Malaysia, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Miami, Canada? Where is that one place that you would like to go? Where is that place that you would like to visit just once? If money was no object and you had the opportunity, where would you like to go? What would you like to do? Would you like to just simply put on your bikini and have a massage on the beach? Would you like to just go to a five-star restaurant, a seafood restaurant, crab legs, salmon, sea bass, and eat while you're looking at the ocean? Would you like to go to Greece and take a photo with the whitewashed buildings and a beautiful
Okay, I found this
sea?
on the web
You
for a
see
state,
that?
a country,
You
or
hear that?
continent that you would
Do you
like.
hear Siri wanting to go? Do you hear that?
Sorry, you can't find
See,
anything like that in
that's
your
sad,
home.
right? That's just sad. So I can tell you this, you guys, they are listening. I didn't say her name. She just started looking up things. So watch out with technology. So Diane, back over to you. Thank you for everything you said. I receive it. and the best is yet to come. I thank you for trusting me. Trust me with your dream,
Mhm.
your vision to fruition, for coming and traveling with us. I mean, you came to LA with us. We had a blast. I didn't want
Yes.
to go. You didn't want to go. We had a blast. So,
Paris.
oh wow, Paris. Yeah, wow, wow.
So thank you.
You're welcome. And we're going to Miami and Dubai.
Yes.
I'm super, super, super excited. Okay, so if you have a question for Diane, I want you to drop it in the chat. If you have a question, and she won't hold back. So if you truly have a question and you want it answered, I'm just saying, drop it in the chat right here. Put it in the chat because I can see it. Let's see what the audience is saying. Yes, all right, good job. It says, take my babies on any. She says she wants to go anywhere. Miss Cinnamon says she just want to take her babies. Oh,
Yes.
Angela says beautiful. Jen says Paris. Awesome. I love this. That's right, ladies. Dream. You deserve it. You deserve it. Empowering women. Yes, Maria. That's exactly what we do. Hello, Rena. She says, hello, everyone. Wow. Rajesh says, Tina D. Lewis on. Thank you. Thank you for the smiley faces. Back to Africa for the first time since infancy. Oh,
That's
that is
beautiful.
awesome. Yes, yes, yes. And you deserve it. And if you haven't been since you were an infant, it is time, sis. It is time for you to go. So absolutely. Dubai. Miss Cinnamon says, I want to go to Dubai. Girl, I'm telling you, I used to say it's one of my favorite places, but I'm gonna say it is my favorite place. It is my favorite place. There's so many things to do there. Most people go and they stay by the airport and they just do things that, tourists do. They don't really know the city or the people. And I can tell you, I have become a self-proclaimed expert when it comes to Dubai. And I am going to prove it in November for GlobalCon. It is going to be fire, wild. The ladies are coming for the conference, and I'm saying, no, you got to stay an extra 3 days. I'm trying to get Diane to stay for a month.
Oh,
We have some amazing speakers. We got Justin in the building. Justin, the founder of Maestro Technology. Not only that, he is the founder of G.O.A.T University. And what he is going to share on the stage in Dubai, he said he's not sharing anywhere else until he says it on stage in Dubai. So be ready, be ready, be ready. You know how T. Jackson, oh, Egypt. Rashida wants to go to Egypt. That is one of the places that I would like to visit too, Rashida. I have never gone to Egypt. And I can tell you, I'm going in 2025. Like, Global Women Speakers will be in Egypt. Last year alone, Global Women Speakers, we went to 11 countries. 11 countries. I didn't go to all of them, but our members went to the rest of them, right? We went to Paris, Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, Nigeria, Johannesburg, Cape Town, Italy. We went so many places, and I can tell you this year is no different. It is no different. We're closing this year out with a bang. You deserve it. You deserve that Christmas trip. You deserve that vacation that you've been waiting 9 years to take. When you take 2 weeks off from your job, no longer have staycations. Go somewhere. I don't care if you just go, 4 hours from your house to the closest lake, or if you just go check yourself in a hotel and order a room service and lay out by the pool. You deserve it. Your mental health, your self-care is extremely, extremely important. Broaden your horizon. And I can go on and on about that. But yes, Egypt is one of my favorites, Rashida, and I cannot wait to get there. So Diane, we want you to come off mute and we want you to answer this question.
okay.
Okay, so we have to keep it PG because I don't know. The people are sharing this. And thank you for those who are sharing this stream. I appreciate you for sharing this live stream. I don't know where it's going to end. So I'm not going to talk about the XES on this one. It's going to have to be private inside of Global Women Speakers. And for special invited guests, we want to make sure that we stay compliant to Facebook and to YouTube, as well as to LinkedIn and X, which is formerly Twitter. So it won't get censored or taken down and all of that. But we're going to talk about that because I cannot wait. I cannot wait to talk about the XES.
I
But
hope you're ready.
I'm not. I am not. I admit it. I confess I am not. but I'm listening, but I'm open, right? That's a difference.
Because we're going to talk
I'm
about
ready. Oh, okay.
it's
Wait,
it's
if you
yeah,
guys see that face, you know it's going to be intense.
it's going to be about all of it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go back to the magazine for Sunday
Yes.
speaker
Okay.
series. Okay.
All
So
right.
for the magazine, we want to know, when is it going to be launched? When is it going to be launched? When is going
It
to be
is.
the first?
It's going to be launched on the end of this month, which is next
Wow.
week. So I'm really excited, you guys. It's going to be really cool to have a magazine that is solely focused on relationships.
Wow.
Like there's a lot of magazines out there that talks a little bit here and there about relationships, but
Mhm.
from the front page one to the end of the magazine, it's going to be a lot of valuable information to help get your relationships back on track if you've noticed that you're not emotionally connected like you used to. Definitely going to talk about sex starved marriages and relationships.
Mm.
um, that is
Lauren said it's really motivating. Thank you, Lawrence, for being here. We appreciate you.
mhm.
Wow. Maria says, I love this. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for just simply yes. Uh-oh. Miss Cinnamon says, yes, y'all, my inspiration and motivation. All right. Good. It's always good to
I
be,
love that.
it's great to be inspired, but what's more rewarding is to inspire. And so we thank you
Yes.
for being here, and we thank you that we're able to make that impact. And so the magazine is going to be launched the end of this month, and it's going to be for singles, for married couples. It's going to have advice, it's going to have Q&A interviews. Wow, it's going to have puzzles, it's going to have a plethora of other things, ads that are appropriate, right? Have you ever picked up a magazine and you're like, you know what, this magazine is about this, but this ad, it just doesn't align? Well, it's going to be appropriate advertisements and marketing and a plethora of other things. I know Diane is having a physical event next year. I cannot wait until
I am.
woo. It's going to be on fire. It's going to be a retreat. She told me a little bit about it. I'm not going to spill the beans right now, but I'm just going to tell you, you want to stay tuned. Diane, how can someone get in touch with you? Lauren says, wow, I love to get one. Yes, he wants to get one of the magazines. Absolutely. They will be available. So, Diane, if you don't
Yes.
mind, can you please tell them at the same time, if you don't mind typing it in the chat so I can put it on the screen so people can get in contact with you?
I can.
Yes. And while Diane does that, I just want to once again say thank you, each and every one of you, for showing up, for showing out, for being here every single Sunday on Sunday Speaker Series. We've had some incredible people here, including D. Les Brown, including Kate Hancock, a friend of mine who actually literally took $20 and turned it into $20 million via Amazon arbitrage. We've also had Eric Zuley. He is the founder of Easy Way. We've also had Delatoro. Listen, Delatoro is amazing. He is a professional paid speaker. I mean, his fee is like 30,000. He is the founder of Crush the Stage. You want to know how to dominate and how to crush the stage? Go to crushthestage.com. We've even had Derek Harper Sr. on here. He has like 25 businesses. Two of them are 8-figure. He is a man with a master plan. He is a father, a husband. He is a coach and a trainer, and he's incredible. We've also had the Benicia Poole Watson. Listen, she owns a bank. She is my sister from another mister. She is absolutely amazing. If you're looking for real estate, if you're in the Texas area or anywhere, go ahead and reach out to Watson Poole Watson Realty. You can Google her, look her up. We've also had DJ Bay. If you want to trust or you want to know how to preserve some of your money, you want to know how to take your LLC and put it inside of a trust, you want to reach out to DJ Bay. I can tell you, Global Women Speakers has some amazing, amazing, amazing mentors that mentor our organization, right? These are people who are doing 7, 8, and 1 9-figure, and they know exactly what to do. They've been through the things that we are going through. If you want a grant, I just remember 3 off the top of my head. One member got a grant for $25,000. The other one was $53,000. And get this, one of them $350,000. $350,000 as a grant. There are so many benefits that's a part of Global Women Speakers. I can tell you, if you are open, you're ready to take it to the next level. You want to be aligned with an organization that has 5 core values. Number 1 is charity. Number 2 is culture. Number 3 is community. Number 4, communication. Number 5, collaboration. We don't compete, we collaborate. That's exactly what we do. And number 6, if all those things are in place, you're going to have cash flow. And so go to globalwomenspeakers.com, globalwomenspeakers.com. It is right there on the bottom, globalwomenspeakers.com. Follow us on Instagram as well. If you are a GOAT, if you are a beast, if you are an expert, a professional in your field, and you would love to come on to Sunday Speaker Series, go ahead to sundayspeakerseries.live, sundayspeakerseries.live. We would love to hear from you, your story of perseverance. We wanted some actionable steps on not how you just simply created your income and your lifestyle, but what can the listeners, what can our audience, what can they glean and garner from your story? What tips, techniques, hacks, strategies, or blueprints that you can offer as well? And so I'm going to bring Diane back because I want you to be able to get in contact with her literally ASAP. So let me bring her up. Hey, Lady Di, how are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. Thank you for coming back. So let's see, you put that in the chat. Let me go ahead and get that and put that on the screen right now, because that's just what she does. She is the lady with the master plan, Diane, who does not hold. She told you already. Like, I don't even have to say it. She says, I do not hold back. Those were her words. I didn't say that. She said it. And because of that, I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and make a private section for that. But if you look in the bottom at the green, it says dspeaksup@gmail.com. She actually gave you her email. Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. So you gave them the email as well as the link. So let's go ahead and make sure they have the email as well as the Facebook. We're going to display the email one more time. Go ahead and get your pen and paper ready. Reach out to Diane as soon as possible, because you want to make sure that this is the email, dspeaksup@gmail.com. Or you can go to her other email, which is info@beyondthevowels.net. You can go to info@beyondthevowels.net as well. info@beyondthevowels.net. She gave you her personal, she's serious and want to help and create a transformation because she gave you her personal email. So I'm going to say, go ahead and reach out to Diane as soon as possible. Remember, the magazine is Beyond the Vowels with an S.com, Beyond the Vowels with an S.com. .net. Go ahead and reach out to Diane as soon as possible, because here you go right here, info@beyondthevowels.net. And that is a typo, beyondthevowels.net. Oh, go ahead, beyondthevowels.net. Reach out to Lady, I call her Lady D. Lady D. Reach out to Lady D about beyondthevowels.net. In addition to that, how else, like, if someone wanted to have a session, if they were like, okay, I need a session, I'm going through some things, how can they connect with you for a session? Do you have a Calendly link or something, or you want an email first and then you would send them the Calendly link?
I would have an email first.
Okay.
And then send, because yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'll have an email first, because a lot of people, and I tell people, who want to work with me, that I'm very direct, and I'm not there to coddle, and I'm not there to placate.
Wow.
I'm there to help you transform. and be the best version of yourself in your relationship.
Wow.
And so if you're not ready for that, then so that's why I like the email, and I'll probably just reach out and just kind of talk, engage where a
Right.
person is, because you got to be ready to change. And then you have to, relationships are not linear, they're circular. And that means that you have to look at yourself
Mm.
and how you're contributing to whatever issue is happening in your relationship. Because a lot of times it's easy to point the finger at our partner and be like, but I do everything, I do
Right.
this in the relationship, blah, blah, blah. But if we really take a hard look at ourselves and stop being more outer focused and more inner focused,
Wow.
then
Wow.
transformation in that relationship will occur, because you're looking at yourself. And if you're continually looking at the other person to change, that relationship will not change.
Wow. I need you to say that again. If you're looking at the other person to change, the relationship will not change, right?
Right.
So
You're
we
being
have
more outer focused than
right.
inner focused.
We need to take an introspective view of who we are.
Absolutely.
Right. I
And
love
what are
that.
we bringing to the table?
Right. Forget bringing to the table. I bought the table.
Oh,
I
you
love it.
know,
Yes.
I just challenge everyone on here, if they're in a relationship, to, talk with your partner and ask this one question. How are you experiencing me in this relationship?
Ooh, as soon as we get off. Smookums, you hear that? How are you experiencing me? Okay. I love that. You guys, make sure you take, if you're bold enough, if you're courageous, if you truly want an improved, enhanced relationship, ask your significant other, how are you experiencing me? Mm, mm.
And be ready for the answer, because a lot of times we think they're just, well, they're fine, they're good, I'm putting it down like they blah blah blah. But ladies,
Maria said, talk heart to heart.
heart
Yes.
to heart, heart to heart.
Yes. Wow. Wow. Talk heart to heart. Absolutely. Oh, yes. April says just talk. I mean, that's where it starts. Alani says true. Hey, Alani Ford. Alani all the way from Marina Del Rey, California. She is incredible filmmaker, producer. I call her a model. She's really humble, but she is absolutely gorgeous inside and out. Thank you, Alani, for being here. Yes. Jen Chavez, look at all these hearts. Talk heart to heart. Yes. Okay. And so the last question, let's see. Anyone else have any questions? Put it in the chat. If you have a question, we're going to ask it publicly. And then if not, we're going to go ahead and end this for now. Gary Osmond said, hi, ladies. Hi.
Hi, Gary.
Guys, that is Coach G. He is in the house. Coach G is the founder and creator of Bayou Boy Fitness, all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He is a true motivation. I can tell you that I posted a photo in my private Hottie Body group, right? Matter of fact, for those of you who do not know, we have a fitness brand called Hottie Body, and our motto is where everybody is a hottie. Everybody is a hottie. We have size 0 to 5X. It's all inclusive. The number one all-inclusive fitness, yoga, and leisure wear line. We had a billboard in New York Times Square. We've had tons of fashion shows from Malibu to Arizona and so much more. And so I posted in our group that I had back fat. I was like, what is that? I had no idea what that was until Smookums pitched my back. I was like, what's that? He's like, I don't know. I was like, me neither. Who put that there, right? And I can tell you that brought awareness. Ladies, oftentimes we are so focused on our business. We're so focused on our children. We're focused on our education, on so many other things, on caring for other people. Sometimes, even when we feel that we are taking care of ourselves, we're neglecting a part of ourselves. And for me, I had began to neglect my physical activity. And so I started gaining weight around my midsection. I had back fat. I'm telling you, I was like, this is not how my story is going to end. Right. And so I started to drink more water, eat better, make better choices. I began working out, and I've been working out like crazy lately, ever since I came back from Dubai. I have to say that, I've only been back a day, but so I've been working out like crazy, right, since I came back. but I can tell you that it's really, don't stop, ladies. Those of you who are doing it right now, do not stop, because starting over is the hardest part. And starting September 1, if you are all in and you are down, Diane, I'm calling you out. September 1, we're doing the Hottie 30/30. It's called the Hottie 30/30, where you work out for 30 days for only 30 minutes. We don't care what you do, 30 minutes for 30 days. It's
I'm
called the
down. I'm down.
Hottie 30/30. I'm going to put the link below so you guys can register. It is free. We're simply going to have fun. We're going to drink our water and mind our business. Whatever your goal is, your goal can just simply to drink more water. It can be to eat more protein. It does not have to be to lose weight or to gain lean muscle mass. The Hottie 30/30 is you. It's personal. It is personal. We're going to have some recipes. We're going to have some menus. We're going to give out some free gift cards to Whole Foods and to Trader Joe's and to Amazon and to Uber Eats. We're going to have so much fun. It's starting September 1 to September 30th. You got to join us. Hashtag Hottie 30/30. I'm going to put it in the chat. Hottie 30/30. I'm going to drop the link after this is over. The Hottie 30/30. Diane, I'm calling you out. Are you joining the Hottie 30/30?
I'm joining. I'm going to Dubai. So
I know. And
I'm
then
just
we're going to
saying.
Miami first, right?
Okay. So yes, I will be joining.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. I am in awe of how you guys just show up every single Sunday, no matter what. And my prayer is that the guests that I have put in front of you, a part of my network, or people who I've invested in as mentors or collaborated with, or members of Global Women Speakers, and these women are powerhouses. My prayer is that you've gleaned, you've learned something, and that it gave you an aha moment, that it inspired you, that it motivated you, that it will compel you to literally do more, learn more, so you can have more eventually, so you can be more. And when you become more, you give more. It's all about more at Global Women Speakers. And so, Diane, thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you. Once again, if you want to get in contact with the Diane, you have multiple ways. This is her Facebook group, the Black Love Series. If you want to send her an email, you can send her an email 2 places: info@beyondthevows.net. If you want to feature in a magazine, an ad, right? If you want a feature or an ad in the magazine, go ahead, info@beyondthevows.net. And if you simply would love to have a session with her or qualify, see if you're eligible for a session with her, go to dspeaksup@gmail.com. dspeaksup@gmail.com. Diane, thank you, thank you, thank you from the top of my heart. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for sharing your expertise. Thank your professionalism as well as your skill set. I mean, you've been doing this for 14 years. That is an expert, right? That's your 10,000 years. I want you to go ahead in the chat, and I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to go ahead and put the clap emoji. She says, thank you all for today. Jen says that if a man makes a woman happy, then the family will be happy. That's right, Maria. That's right. That's right. Amazing Sunday speaker series. Yes, thank you, Maria. And so, Diane, thank you so much again. I'm going to touch you in the room. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a blast today. On behalf of myself and Global Women Speakers, we just want to say thank you for joining us for our Sunday Speaker Series, sponsored by Global Women Speakers. This is the GO.A.T edition. As I said, my prayer is that from our guests that you've learned something, whether it was real estate from Justin, whether it was simply how to build a trust from DJ Bay, whether it was how to have automation or delegation or multiple streams of income from Derek Harper, or if it was simply how to crush the stage with Del Toro, then so be it. I am just overwhelmed with gratitude. We have done Sunday Speaker Series since 2022, December of 2022, going on 2 years. And I can tell you this, you ladies and gentlemen show up and you show out. I thank you. Your loyalty is not in vain. Loyalty pays. And I am honored. I am literally overjoyed with what you bring to this series. And the guests that have been here, my heart is just, Woo, I just say thank you. I mean, our guests are not paid to be here, nor are they paying to be here. Each and every single guest simply came to give a contribution to you, a contribution to me. And for that, I say gracias, mercy, shukriya. I say thank you in multiple language because there is no words in any grammatical form that can express my gratitude, my appreciation for the people that show up on Sunday Speaker Series. And next Sunday and beyond, we have some incredible speakers, just like the phenomenal Diane Eunice that was here today, just like the phenomenal DJ Bay, Eric's, Tom, like we've had some incredible speakers for the last 2 years. Um, and so I could go on, but I'm just going to say this. My 30 days in Dubai, I had an aha moment. That week in India, it really broadened my horizons, my mindset. What we're getting ready to do in collaboration is going to be like bar none, the absolute best. Not only that, if you want to speak in Miami in October, go ahead and inbox me or hashtag Miami. I know you want to be a speaker, or you can simply go to globalwomenspeakers.com and you complete the intake form. In Miami and Dubai, those are our next two events that are coming up, the big ones. Now, we're having a small gathering in Marina Del Rey. Woo, it's going to be powerful. I'm telling you, I only want 50 women. I always like them small and intimate outside of Miami, where we're going to have approximately, 100 to 200 women. Dubai, same thing. So hashtag Miami if you want to speak in Miami, hashtag Dubai if you want to speak, vend, or even sponsor. We are looking for sponsors. The benefits of sponsoring are explosive. I'm just going to say, if you want a sponsorship deck sent to you, you can just go ahead and inbox me. Go to globalwomenspeakers.com. You can follow us on Instagram. You can hit me up here on Facebook or on YouTube or on LinkedIn or even X. Ladies and gentlemen, I could go on and on and on and on. But I simply want to say thank you for being here, your time on this beautiful Sunday afternoon when you could have been doing anything, spending time with your family, sleeping, relaxing, preparing for your week, reading. You decided to be here to show up and show out. And for that, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Tina D. Lewis, that is my story. I'm sticking to it. I ask God to bless you, to bless your family, and God bless your dreams. I'll see you in Miami, Dubai, or somewhere around the globe. That's it for me. Bye bye.